G'day, I'm Arion Light, founder of the Activation School, and I want to take a few minutes today to talk with you about vision. Visions are those things that whisper to us in the night, those callings to create. They might be a calling of a relationship, they might be the calling of a business, or to make a difference to a community of people in your world, or it might simply be a calling to be healthy, or to be vibrantly alive. Whatever it is, those visions come to us. We hear them and we get inspired by them. But we make one crucial mistake so often that I want to explore it today. I want to explore that mistake that we make and how that ends up turning our vision into effort, into forcing, and inevitably leads to it sort of petering out. And then what we can do about that. So very simply, I would receive a vision, let's say it's a new course. I would go, I want to run this new course on being healthy. I would receive that vision, I would write it down, I would share it with other people, and I would run the course. And so on one level it looked good. There was inspiration, there was action, all sounds good. But two things were happening that really weren't working for me. One was that in the process of creating it, there was a depletion occurring. I was getting drained. The second thing that occurred is that often I wouldn't sustain those visions long term to really build something of value to me and others. I would move on to the next vision. And I did this for a lot of years and really didn't understand why. And now I do. And so I get to share what the difference that this sort of ability to work with my vision has made to my life. And I hope even just in this little video it makes a difference to yours. So basically what I was doing, which I didn't understand and I do now, is that I would receive that vision, I would receive it in my mind, I would fill with images, I would see it happening, I would receive it in my heart, and then from my mind and my heart I would get out in action on it. But what was missing was that I wasn't really receiving that vision into my belly, into my whole body, into my blood. Now, why would you receive a vision into your blood? That sounds weird. But let me explain just a little bit about my understanding of the human being, and that the human being is made up of the conscious and the unconscious, the feminine and the masculine, whatever you want to call it. And that the conscious mind is the more thinking mind and the aspect that we have more daily awareness of and control over. And the unconscious mind, which comes much more through feeling, is often what we could call the feminine consciousness, and lives very much in and through our body, and we connect to that unconscious mind through being connected to our body. And so I was receiving this vision into my conscious mind and then taking action on it. The problem with that was that in my unconscious, in my feminine, in my body, was a lot of doubt, a lot of resistance, a lot of fear, depending on the vision. And rather than being able to work with that fear and listen to it and hold it and allow it to move and shift, I would simply squash it down and get in action through my conscious mind, through my masculine, and make it happen. Now, obviously, as I said, this is depleting. And the other thing, probably the biggest thing about this, is it means that I wasn't receiving the vision. So I was filling up with it, I was sharing people about it, I was excited about it. But I wasn't really drinking the essence of the vision into my body. And that's what this way I work now, and I help a lot of people to do this with their visions. That really means that the vision isn't just a thing that you need to do to help others. It's first and foremost a gift to yourself. So maybe think of a vision now, and rather than rush to think about how you're going to make it happen, I want you to drink that vision into your body. And it's what in my work I call drinking in the essence. So the essence of the vision is that the real core of it, the flavour of it, that vibrancy that comes when you imagine that vision being totally fulfilled. What's the sort of nectar that's flowing in your blood? And so when you receive that vision, the trick is to not rush into action and vision and excitement and sharing, but to move slow enough and to be engaged in your body enough to really drink that vision in, to receive it as a gift. before you go out and share it with other people. To really drink it as a gift into your body. To feel, how does that vision breathe in my body? How does it move me? How does it bring me alive? Because so often what happens is we try and create that vision so that I can experience that essence. But this thing I've learnt that's revolutionised my relationship with visions, and I've watched it revolutionise a whole lot of people's relationship with things they've been creating for a long time, marriages, businesses, and creating new things, is that it really means I receive first. It's that whole, getting the mask on the aeroplane thing and filling up yourself first. So rather than trying to, make the vision happen so I can get that essence, it's like drinking it in, resting into it, letting it activate and awaken through the body. And then, and this is probably a very precious part of this process, is when I've fully embodied it and my hips are pulsing with the essence of that vision and it's singing through my spine, then the action that arises to fulfill on that vision is entirely different. The action, when I'm just coming from my mind and my heart, the action has a force to it, because in my body I'm holding a certain resistance, a certain unworthiness, or a certain whatever it is, something that's not resonant with that vision. And so there's a tension in my body. And so then when I'm out creating, there's this part of me I'm having to sort of drag along or repress or hide. But as I drink in that vision, as I fill up with it, then I actually give up action. So that the self that tries to do the vision, the little mind going, okay, I'm going to make it happen, actually dies. And that the essence, the vision itself comes alive in my body and calls me into action. And it's a profoundly different way to relate to creating. So rather than making anything happen and need any force, if we can simply embody the essence of our visions, and I have a whole process for helping do that, but hopefully in this video you just get a taste of the power of that, then from now on you don't need to create anything ever again. You simply embody the essence and let it do the work. And I've watched people transform their whole lives with this time and time again. So I hope this has been a little bit of service to the vision that's in your heart, because I know we have these things, we have these visions that burn in us for our own expression, but also to make a precious offering to this world. So I hope today is a little bit of service to those visions. And if you want to learn more, I run programs and courses in activating and bringing those visions alive from the body. Thanks for a moment within your life. Cheers, bye.